What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for the final time this season. We have BFR Game 82 against the Buffalo Sabres in Buffalo. Ended about 10 minutes ago. I'm doing this game tonight so I can get ahead of schedule, and I have some leeway tomorrow. I have a very busy day tomorrow. I'm not going to be home much of the day tomorrow, but I'm going to get out as many videos as I can. I want to be able to have as much flexibility with the board as I can. There are still a bunch of games going on, but most of the decisions have already been decided. Dallas is currently winning against the... I forget. Give me one moment. Sorry about that, I have returned. Yeah, so Dallas is currently beating Anaheim 2-1. So they might get their 2 points and go 1 point ahead of Nashville. But if Nashville even gets 1 point tonight against Arizona in Arizona, then Nashville will claim that first wild card, and all the playoff spots will be decided. Tampa's leading the Islanders with 4.5 minutes to go in the third, but that doesn't matter because Boston has lost to Toronto, meaning that Tampa clinches the third spot, as well as Pittsburgh wins, Washington loses, meaning Pittsburgh clinches that third spot. And yeah, so currently we've got a bit of a almost finished mess. Also, one more thing on the board. One of my predictions from the start of the year was correct. The Florida Panthers yesterday clinched the President's Trophy. If you go back to the preseason power rankings at the start of the year, you will know that I said that Florida will win the President's Trophy this year. And boy, am I glad to say that I predicted something right, because this year I have not been a great predictor. But I'm happy I got one of the biggest, most specific ones correct. So anyway, let's go back to the game for a bit, as Patrick Kane is in his hometown. It's the last game for Rick Jenner. For 51 years, he's been the voice of the Buffalo Sabres. Malcolm Subban sang the national anthem, former Blackhawk, current Buffalo Sabre who's injured, so that was very nice. It was Kevin Lankinen's birthday yesterday, Jonathan Taze's birthday today, so happy birthday to him. McCabe returns to Buffalo. He was in Buffalo his entire career prior. Lafferty signs a 2-year extension for $1.15 million per. Hawks have a lot of decisions to do with this offseason. A lot of RFAs and a few UFAs, including all of their goaltending. So we're going to see how that goes. Chicago wore red for some reason. Buffalo was in white. Strange, but I don't know. And Jeff Greenberg has been named Associate GM of the Blackhawks. He worked with the Cubs. It was the Associate GM for their World Series win in 2016. So got some new faces in, and seeing how they can change this new era of Blackhawks hockey. So Delia saves 33 out of 36. Tokarski saves 19 out of 21 in a 3-2 Buffalo OT win. Hawks end the season 28, 42, and 12. That is better than the 2005-06 Blackhawks that finished third worst, but not better than the 2006-07 Hawks who finished fifth worst. Yet the Hawks, they are not even near the worst on the board. Arizona, Montreal, Philly, Jersey, Ottawa, Seattle, all of those teams are much worse. So you don't have to worry about them being the worst, which also means they're probably not going to get the lottery pick, which means they're probably not going to have a first-round pick. And I'm debating whether or not I want them to get a top 2 pick and risk getting Shane Wright instead of if Montreal. Speaking of that, we'll go into that in a second. But yeah, Chicago, if they get a top 2 pick, they get that first-round pick, and then their 2023 first-round pick will become Columbus's, no matter what. But the 2023 draft is supposed to be a lot more deep than the 2022 draft. So it's really a debate on whether or not you want that pick. Also, Montreal has the highest odds in the draft lottery. If they get Shane Wright, I will be very upset. Montreal's had numerous legends in their history. Shane Wright could be essentially another one of them, but I would much rather have Arizona pick up Shane Wright and possibly save a franchise, kind of like Lemieux did with Pittsburgh, kind of like how Crosby did with Pittsburgh. It's up to that point where you might want to try and save a franchise. If I'm Gary Bettman and I have a chance to rig it, I'm doing it. So, yeah, continuing on with the stats for this game. The shots were 36-21 for Buffalo. Hits were 9-8 for Chicago. Yes, 17 total hits. Face-offs 24-22 in favor of Chicago. On April 29th at 6 p.m., this game started. And let's get right into it. Gustafsson in, Regula out, and we get right into it. Johnson's denied. Kane is denied early. but Buffalo pressures, Olafson stopped, and then at Hawks 2-on-1 fell through. Then at 14:06, it's a Chicago penalty to Lafferty for hooking, which would be killed. And then Seth Jones is denied. At 10:02, it's a Buffalo penalty to Dahlin for tripping, which would be killed. Cousins just misses, and Strome has a chance stopped. We go to the second, where Strome is high-sticked, no call. It wouldn't be the first time that happened this game. Skinner, fantastic move, robbed by McCabe, who blocks it, and Delia would have stopped it anyway, but still a great sequence of events if you're Delia or McCabe, possibly saving a potential Buffalo lead. The Hawks pressure, chances, they block and save some chances. Then at 11:13, it's a Chicago one-timer goal to Dominic Kubalik, number 15 on the year from Tyler Johnson and Vlasic to make it 1-0. Kane breaks Skinner's ankles, and then there's a shot from the point, and Delia covers up, but then John Hayden, former Blackhawk as well. A lot of former Blackhawks on the Buffalo Sabres. You have Jokiharju, Hayden, Subban, Anderson. I know there's one more I can't think of. Oh yeah, Hinostroza. But yeah. So yeah, Hayden runs him over. The whistle blows. Bjork continues to poke Delia. The puck goes in. The horn goes off, but the ref raves it off as no goal, as the whistle had already blown, which was met by numerous boos from the Buffalo crowd. Then there's no penalties assessed. Borgstrom just misses. Middlestat and Tuck have a puck, get the puck in the crease, but Stillman is able to clear. Thompson is denied. Strome tripped on a breakaway, misses net, no call. 147 though, it's a Chicago penalty to McCabe for tripping, which would be killed. We go to the third period as Buffalo starts with 13 seconds on the power play, which is the rest of it's killed off. And then bad defense at 15:44 leads to a Buffalo goal. It's Tage Thompson, number 38 on the season, and a great year for Tage Thompson from Skinner to make it 1-0. That's also Skinner's 30th assist on the year, so I believe he's had 63 points, and a nice bounce-back year from the past 2 years where he's been awful and not living up to his contract. Hopefully he can continue this going and help Buffalo get even better next year. Buffalo ends the season with 32 wins. Not many expected that from Buffalo. I didn't. I expected them to finish last in the league, so good job for Buffalo. So yeah, there's a good save on Tuck. Jokiharju shoots, deflection in front off the post. Delia, big save on Cousins. Tokarski robs a break-it, which then causes a scrum. Then at 10:27, it's a Chicago deflection goal from Dylan Strome, number 22 on the season, from DeBrincat into Caleb Jones to make it 2-1. Then at 10:01, it's a Chicago penalty to Vlasic for delay of game, which would be killed. DeBrincat and Girgensons collide with each other accidentally, but they were both fine. Crowd boos two awful offside calls on Buffalo, and both of them were awful, and they were within 10 seconds of each other. Girgensons is denied, a big save on Pissick. Then at 5:38, it's a Buffalo goal to Owen Power, the first overall pick from this previous draft. Second of the year, unassisted, to make it 2-2. Kurashev is taken down, no call. Lafferty breakaway stopped by Tokarski. Hawks 2-on-1, miss the net. And we go to overtime, where Seth Jones is taken down in front of the net, no call. Caleb Jones diving play on Skinner, stops his chance. Tuck can't bury it. Tays missed, and then it's just utter chaos. But then at 2:53, it's a Buffalo goal to Casey Middlestat, his sixth of the season. I thought I wrote 0 for a second. That wouldn't be true. It's from Jokiharju and Cousins to make it 3-2 as Chicago loses their final game of the season in overtime and end the season 28-42-12 in an absolute miserable year. But yeah, that's really all that is currently going on in the NHL. And by the way, Montreal has just beaten Florida 10-2. Florida has about 3 starters in the lineup, so it's acceptable. Don't worry, it's not the actual Florida lineup losing to the worst team in the league. It's fine. But yeah, in terms of predictions this year, we will go over that tomorrow. I know Seattle and Winnipeg have one more game on May 1st. Both of those are out of the playoffs. Both of those won't adjust no matter what. So that game, the only thing that does is postpone the power rankings till Sundays. That's an afternoon game. That's probably going to come out on Sunday afternoon. Anyway, now that the BFRs have officially concluded for the season, tomorrow we're going to be looking at. We're probably going to start off with looking at how the season went, giving letter grades to all the players on the season. Going to do the season video. I'm going to do that first video is probably going to be what their record could have been, possibly, maybe just for a fun video for some positivity. And or what the record should have been, I should say, because they blow a lot of crap. Yeah, there's a lot of content about to come out. Series previews are probably going to start Sunday. Playoffs, I believe, start the 2nd, which is Monday, unless they postpone them back another day. But I wouldn't mind that. It gives me more time to do videos. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoy your evening. If you're watching this in the morning, I hope you have a good day. But yeah, thank you guys for being with me this entire season. 88 games, including 6 in the preseason. We've gotten through them all. It's been a great time to do this with you guys, and thank you to all those who watched me. Thank you to all those who helped grow the channel, and I will continue to do this next year. And as I enter my senior year of high school next year, I'm hoping that I'll still have a blast doing this, no matter how much pressure I'm under with school, college, going through all the phases of getting older, I suppose. But yeah, again, thank you guys for all the support you've given me. We have more content coming out soon and all over the off season. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.